You ready, Kate? Let's go get them. All right.
Cut.
Welcome to Shots on the Rocks with Sharia Moore, and today's special guest is none other than the beautiful up-and-coming model here in Atlanta, Keelise. Look at that little girl. Hello, everybody. Okay, so today's drink we're gonna make is called Baecation. So just know that our topic of discussion later on will have something to do with that. Okay, you ready? Yes. So the first ingredient we're gonna use is the strawberry puree, and we're just gonna baste it a tiny bit to give it a little thick consistency for this layer drink we're about to make. All right. All right, yeah. And for the next part, you always add your ice, just so that when you do the layer, it separates a little bit and you can really get the full effect. Alright, take the easy way out. Alright, cool. Okay, so for the next part, we're going to add some liquor to here. And all you do is pour a little bit of the peach schnapps in there to give it a little kick. That's what this is about. Alright. And now we're going to add a little bit more juices. We're going to put a little bit of the cranberry juice just to keep it giving that red color.
So, what inspired you to make the drink red?
The holiday, Valentine's Day, everybody be, having with their significant others.
I guess.
Okay,
yeah.
we go to the next ingredient. All right, so we're going to use ginger ale right now. And this is to add some juice so that, a little fizz. So we don't get too drunk off the liquors. We're going to pour that in there real quick. There you go. Got a little fizz popping off. Okay. All right, but we ain't little, all right? Alright, so for the last ingredient we're going to add is going to be the Malibu Red. And we're just going to take that and just top it off until, it reaches capacity, really, honestly, truly. That's good. Go ahead and do the same thing right there. There we go. Okay, so you ready to try your Baecation?
Sure am.
Alright, so we're going to use these Twizzlers as straws.
Okay.
You can spin that on around,
Let's see what this is about. Pretty good.
Alright, so you ready to have a little discussion? Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so Keelise, speaking of Baecation, do you think
First off, time out. If you're going to have a conversation about vacations, you couldn't even know perspective because y'all women don't have any idea what you're talking about.
from our perspective, no, we know exactly what we're talking about.
I know, no, you don't. What are these questions?
Okay, spell it with a sexist. Alright, we can do this. Alright, so, the first question, do you think our generation relationships have changed over time? Like how our parents, probably our grandparents, got into relationships compared to now how they're viewed?
Absolutely. I mean, first off, no one today even dates. Everybody talks.
I agree.
That's
I agree.
true.
That's why I beg. That's my beg.
What are we doing? Are we talking till somebody get bored and it's over? My parents, they dated. My dad had to get permission from my mom's dad to take her out. They went on dates. They built a relationship. And when things got difficult, they fought to fix things. Nowadays, you talk, something go bad, all right, you talk.
It's over, right?
That's true.
Everybody
Okay.
straight to
It's
social
on to the
media.
next one.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
But
true.
at the same token, you got to realize that each generation is different. I mean, the way things were done for your grandparents is probably different than how it was for your parents. It's going to keep changing as generations go along. It's never going to be the same. That's not to say that it's not flawed. Of course it's flawed.
Right.
Yeah.
But every generation is going to be different than the previous one.
I understand it, but I just feel like back then they just had like so much integrity, so much heart, like chivalry.
Sure, it was alive back
It definitely was. Like now, like damn, can you hold my door open for me? Like, can you pull the chair out when I'm sitting down to eat? Like, what's up with you?
That's also part of like the way like our society is in terms of like what do we see. I mean, if you look at our music industry, which is a huge representation of how our generation acts.
And our values.
But even if you're talking about that, even our music industry has changed from
back then.
Back then, too.
So
Exactly.
And
gotta play the
songs
good.
are a whole
R&B
lot
songs
different
were
than they
real
are
Not,
Yeah.
now.
not even just going off just the society. If you think about the households in general, a lot of people don't have a strong mother-father
Father in the
relationship,
same house.
so they don't know
I feel you.
how do,
there.
how do I treat a woman, or you know, how do I go about? It's just I figured out. So to piggyback off of you, they learn from what they see on TV and
Exactly.
what these people are promoting,
From-
because
from
they don't
media
have
to
that
them.
example at the house.
I understand, and I guess that can lead into my next question. Do you think social media has a lot to do with how we actually act? Because I know a lot of times we see, relationship goals is them taking a picture half naked in the bathroom. What? That's relationship goals? Relationship goals, I know back then were probably getting married, having kids, staying with the same man for years and years until y'all meet God. Like, now it's just like, all right, well, relationship goals. Oh,
As long as we keep on
he's
social
he
media.
buying me all this stuff. He doing X, Y, Z for me, but he still got a side chick. He's still doing him. Oh, I don't got a title, but that's my bae.
I think the social media aspect has a couple problems. I think one, people validate it as a way to, I guess, show the significance of a relationship. If you feel like people feel like, oh, I have to put my girl up on IG, I gotta put my girl up on Twitter, or vice versa. You put too much validation into social media about people who really don't know you or really don't care about you. And then secondly, like to your point, like why does that matter? Like a relationship goals, like Twitter shouldn't dictate what your relationship goals are. And a picture, how's a picture going to illustrate everything about somebody's relationship?
So do you agree, Kiera, that social media is a huge effect on how our generation views relationships? Do you think it has a huge impact on, say, the significant other getting mad at that person, like, oh, well, I posted this picture and you ain't write nothing on it, or
I think it takes a mature couple to have social media involved in a relationship. Like, I don't feel like it could cause a problem if you know how to handle it. If you know how to handle other girls putting her eyes under your man's picture, then it should be no problem. If I'm attracted to you, obviously other people are gonna be attracted to you. So you just gotta know how to handle yourself on social media. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess to wrap things up real fast, what do you think that our generation as millennials should do to try to not get back to the old ways of our parents and their parents, but to not be so stuck or fixated on, like, this is my bae, I talk to him. Like, what do we need to do differently for a guy to kind of take us seriously, or even for a female to take a guy seriously, to not to think that, oh, I'm just talking to him, this just my bae? Like, what needs to be validated to be, like, actually have a title, and not just a title for social media or anything, just like to be real?
First and foremost, I think a woman needs to demand respect from her man.
Okay,
From the person
respect.
and the
Oh,
individual.
yes,
From the individual
Yes.
she's talking to, because if you don't demand respect from your man, he will not respect you
I
and
think a
not
lot of
show you
Demand
people
respect, ladies.
Get their morals together. Like, you need to understand what standards are and have them so that the man will respect you enough to say, all right, I can't just, have sex with this girl and leave it at that. I need to wife this girl in order to get what I want out of her.
I agree with everything y'all say. I just think it's important for that couple to realize that they don't need to seek validation from outside of just them two. Like, at the end of the day, it's your relationship. If you go into third parties and stuff to try to get validation of the significance of a relationship, then that's a problem. If y'all got a strong bond, then the bond between y'all should be enough.
Right.
Trying to go get it from other people who not in a relationship doesn't really do it any justice.
Okay.
Well, I think another thing is people comparing themselves to other people.
I want to be Beyonce and
Comparing-
Jay-Z. Oh my God.
Your
Relationship
relationship is your
goals.
relationship.
Right. You are
Like,
not
people
Beyonce.
comparing
not
their partners to people they dated in the past. Like,
Yeah.
you can't do that. Like,
If
If it didn't work in the past, it's probably not gonna work in the future.
Exactly.
Find
So,
somebody
if you-
different.
If you starting to talk to somebody that's new, you can't bring the shit that you had in the past
I agree.
with that person. You gotta really focus on that person and what they have to offer.
Right.
Walk in with a clean slate.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you gotta do.
I also think people need to work on themselves before they hop into a
Yes.
relationship.
And that's a big thing with our generation.
Major
We don't know
issue.
ourselves.
We hop from
We
the
don't-
next
we
to
haven't
the
had-
next.
People always want to look for somebody to be like their better half. I believe in being a full, complete whole. Two holes make something even
Right.
better.
Makes a
than-
full circle.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it's like-
That's good.
Full
For real,
circle.
for real.
And for me, just to wrap it up, I think one of the biggest things that our generation struggles with that harms us in relationships is everyone's afraid to actually show how they feel about people. It's the situation where instead of showing who cares the most, it's showing who doesn't care the most.
Or they're so scared,
Right.
I don't want to get played, so I'm going to do this first before he hurts me, or I'm going to do this first before she hurts me. She already think I'm like this, she accusatory of this,
It's
so I'm going to act like
a
that.
lot of insecurity
Yeah.
when you
A
talk
lot.
to somebody now. It's ridiculous because it's like.
And I guess the social media helps making, you know,
And-
Insecurity.
insecurities.
But the thing is, social media don't even help those insecurities. It
Make
only
it worse.
It makes it
worsens
worse.
It only worsens it.
Millennials, our
And then you
generation
got-
of
Work on
relationships.
yourself. Work on
And then you got
yourself.
people who actually trying to fuck with you,
For
trying
real.
to really build something with you,
Can we
and you
cut-
can't
curse on
even
the show?
get past it because
Okay.
of your insecurity.
I think we can.
Hold on. But before we finish, do y'all want to try this drink? Because
I
this
think
is
I
really
should.
good.
I
Like,
think I would.
she made some extra for y'all right there.
Grab one of
You already
these.
know I got mine.
It's called a Baecation.
Vacation. See if you
Let
know.
me see.
No.
Done mine.
Maybe if we work on ourselves, it'll be more than
Speaking
vacation.
into
We can have a real
existence.
vacation with our
Honeymoon.
significant
We need
other.
that.
Honeymoon.
Honeymoon.
No more vacations. We need
Honeymoon.
honeymoon.
I just get
I like
married.
that.
I'm not gonna lie, this tastes just like Kool-Aid.
With it twist.
Right.
But okay, so I just want to thank everybody for coming on the show. Thanks for coming for Shots on the Rocks with Sharia Moore, with Keelise, and the guys. Tune in next week to
My
find
name is
out.
Dakota. I have a name on my brother.
Anyway, tune in next week. I appreciate you for your time. Mwah.